table in the garden. So I'm very pleased I've got my coffee back. That will give me a little bit more energy for the next chapter. And we're looking at the same book by our wonderful Michael McCarthy and Felicity O'Dell. Please go and buy one of their wonderful books if you are interested in having a physical copy of these exercises. If you want an online copy, have a look around, see what you can find. But we're going to look at the next chapter, which is still body idioms. They've got some really good body idioms in this book. Let's see if we can find it. And so we're going to go to the next chapter after the one we've just done. We just did chapter 47, which was fingers, thumbs, and hands. Idioms with fingers, thumbs, and hands. Now we're going to look at idioms with foot, heel, and toe. Okay, so let's have a look at these. So you're an adult now. You have to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. If you can stand on your own 2 feet, this is what it sounds like, guys. It means you are independent. Yeah, you are able to do things without other people's help, without your parents, without your friends' help, your family's help. You can stand on your own 2 feet. So this is a very positive expression, and I think if you use it for people, usually you are being very positive. You're saying something like they're a very independent, strong person. They don't need help all the time, and they're very mature. Okay, if you are rushed off your feet at work, I swear we did this one when we were doing work vocabulary. I know we did this one. It means that you have an extremely busy or hectic schedule. Yeah, so you are rushed off your feet. Now, we just had one which meant busy schedule. Let's quickly check it just so we don't forget it. Where was busy, hectic schedule? Have your hands full, yeah, or have a lot on your plate. Yeah, they're the same as rushed off your feet at work. Exactly the same, guys. Yeah, these are just all different ways of saying I'm really busy. It's difficult for me to find free time at the moment. Okay, if you are he's famous, but he's always kept both feet on the ground. If you keep both feet on the ground, you are realistic, you are normal, you are rational, sensible. You haven't got your head in the clouds. Yeah, I want to compare this with head in the clouds. You got your head in the clouds, then you are lost in an imaginary world, yeah, in some kind of way. But if you've got your feet on the ground, then you are down to earth. It's another way of putting it. Then you are realistic and sensible in some kind of way. Yeah, you've got your feet on the ground. You see reality for what it really is. You haven't got your head in the clouds. So good morning, Arthur. I accepted the job, but then got cold feet. If you get cold feet, you're afraid to do what you've planned to do. This is very often used with marriage and weddings. If somebody suddenly calls off the wedding at the last moment, just before it's going to happen, we say that that person got cold feet. Yeah, but you can do this for anything which you're suddenly afraid about doing, and you had it planned and you were going to do it, but then you got cold feet at the last moment. So don't worry, it will take you a while to find your feet. Yeah, okay, this one means to get used to things, to feel able to cope with all of the duties and tasks that you have to do. So it always takes a few weeks to find your feet if you go to a new school, or if you go to a new job, or if you go and live in a new country. It always takes time to find your feet. Nancy and I got off on the wrong foot. This is a very common one. You all need to know this one just because we use it so often. If you get off on the wrong foot, then your relationship started badly instead of well. Now, it sounds like maybe there was some kind of misunderstanding, and it just happens sometimes, and it got off on the wrong foot. But yeah, this is never a positive thing. It's always negative. It means a relationship started badly, or maybe even a conversation, something like that. The children are always under my feet, yeah, in my way, getting in the way, annoying me when I'm trying to do the housework. Yeah, they're under my feet. It's very visual, I think, this idiom, and it means, they're literally running around making you fall over, and so they're under your feet. He really seems to have landed on his feet, fallen on his feet. The next one, this means that you have been very successful or lucky. Even though you had a difficult situation, you found the solution somehow. And yeah, it mentions here that this is based on the idea that cats always land on their feet, so they always land successfully, yeah, unlike people, perhaps, who don't always land on their feet. So if you land on your feet, you were in a difficult situation, but you managed to become successful in spite of everything. Okay. If you get itchy feet, then this could mean a couple of different things, but yeah, you get a desire to travel if you've got itchy feet. You really want to go abroad. You really want to, or maybe abroad, or maybe just get out of town and explore the country. Okay, let's keep going further down. Other idioms with foot refer more to actions. I really put my foot in it. If you put your foot in it, you said something that was very embarrassing that you shouldn't have said. It's the kind of thing where as soon as you say it, you think, oh, why did I say that? I shouldn't have said that. That was stupid. That made me look like an idiot, or that was really embarrassing, something like that. If you put your foot down, then you assert your authority. You assert your independence or authority. Yeah, and so you put your foot down and say no, for example, and it means that you're going to be brave and just say no, even though it may not be good for you. You know, you may be punished for it or something like this, but you're going to put your foot down and say no. So yeah, put your foot down, assert yourself. If you follow in somebody's footsteps, then you take the same course of action, or maybe you follow the same path in life, like career path, something like that. But it could be something different from career. It's often used for career. You often follow in somebody's footsteps when you end up in the same career as them, but it could be something else. Heel and toe. So if you are dragging your heels, we've definitely done all these before, guys, in other idioms and phrasal verbs lessons, but you can see that this is good for repetition, and so you don't want to forget these wonderful expressions. If you drag your heels, then it means that you try to deliberately slow something down because you don't want to do it. Yeah, you're reluctant to do it. You're unwilling to do it. So you drag your heels. You don't allow progress to be quickly made. So sometimes I can think of times where I'm teaching my son and he does this. If he's not in the mood for working, he will drag his heels and he will make it last much longer than it needs to. So remember the phrasal verbs, drag something out. Yeah, remember all those phrasal verbs that are in this wonderful book, Visual Phrasal Verbs. Why haven't you bought it yet? Drag something out means make it longer. So when you drag your heels, you're trying to slow somebody down. Yeah, and imagine pulling somebody along when they're dragging their heels, and you'll realize that it slows you down. It doesn't allow you to go so fast. So when somebody drags their heels, they're slowing something down because they don't want things to progress quickly. And yeah, as I say, my son does this sometimes when he doesn't want to work. Sometimes he does want to work and he doesn't drag his heels, but sometimes he doesn't. If you dig your heels in and refuse to compromise, it means you refuse, to change your position. You're being really stubborn. You're digging your heels in and saying, no, we will not change our minds. So yeah, I think again, well, this is connected to a little bit to the phrasal verb dig, or dig up or something like that, but dig your heels in, refuse to change your position. And the boss always keeps us on our toes means keeps us busy, keeps us with things to do. Yeah, we're always busy with new jobs, with new things to do. So the boss always keeps us on our toes. Okay, so that's already quite a lot of idioms connected to body parts. So I want you to go to my website if you want exercises for this. I'll put the exercises with answers on my website and you can have a look at some of these fantastic books. But please do consider buying my phrasal verbs book, or do consider buying my grammar book, because they're both out there. They're both still available. They've both got answers at the back, and they're both the books which I advise you to use, which I recommend if you're learning vocab or grammar. So thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate your support. Please come back to this channel and please stay supporting this channel, remain a supporter of the channel, and I'll hope to see you all soon.